as I will be having a guest coming on shortly. So yeah, the live hangout that we did. Um, Thank you all very much for joining in. We do appreciate you all. Because if it weren't for you guys, so we have one viewer. Hello to you. I'm just waiting for our guest to join us because we do have a few things to discuss.
If he answers his phone.
Hello again, Exploring Unseen. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're well. Just message him.
Yeah. I just put Stu's live on StreamYard. Jump on.
So the link's in the chat, guys. If anyone fancies jumping on. Yeah, not doing too bad, thank you, Exploring Unseen. I'm a little bit tired now, but I've just had a phone call off the other member of the group. He wants to do a live chat, exposing. So don't know how long this is going to be on for.
When he decides to answer his phone.
So what you guys been up to? Have you been out exploring Unseen? Have you been out this weekend exploring? Tell you what, I don't blame you, mate. That's exactly what I'm going to be doing after tonight, just chilling. Well, I've got my day job to go to, but after tonight, I'm taking a break from YouTube. So we have someone in the background. Let's see who that is. Hope it's Steve. It is. So let's bring official topic talk to the stage. Good evening.
How you doing, Stu?
I'm not doing too bad. I'm a little tired, mate, but you know how it is. Got to carry on, ain't you?
Fucking hell. I think I've just done 24 hours sleep.
Yeah, I know, mate.
He's
I
meant.
know that feeling. Do you know what? I'm not tired because I've been up since 3. Well, I didn't go to sleep till just gone 3 o'clock this morning, and I was up again at 7, doing all the editing and creating thumbnails and doing opening video for tonight's live hangout. And I tell you what, it does take it out of you, doesn't it?
It does. I mean, and what with these meds, I mean,
Bring
you know,
yourself
they
on
can
camera,
act,
Steve, if you want to.
I can't at the second.
All right, mate.
Yeah, but the meds, I mean, you know, they've been acting quite weird, knocking me around a little bit, but
Yeah.
it's
So,
not been.
guys, just so you know, people, official topic talk. His name's Steve. He is one of our main admins of Telford Paranormal. So, big shout out to Steve. He does work alongside us, and he is a good friend. I've known him over 20 years. I trust him with my life.
I don't.
He is a good guy to have around. So
But
we're happy to
yeah,
have him
but
back in with
there
us.
is something though, Stu. It's been bugging me. It's been bugging me now, right, for um the past 4 weeks.
Yeah.
Well, I can't say from the past 4 weeks, but it goes back to 4 weeks ago.
Mhm.
You know, and it's something that I find um disrespectful in people.
Yeah.
Is
I think I
probably
know where this is going.
is probably the best way to describe it. You know, we're all in here for, you know, finding out about the paranormal world,
Yeah.
investigating places.
Mhm.
And I think as human beings, we're lucky to have that option, you know, that we can
Yeah.
find locations. You can find locations.
Yeah.
Tom, Dick, and Harry can find locations. And the whole point is to go along, investigate to see if there's any information,
Mhm.
you know, that can be gathered, and then put together, and, you know, a story made out of that from
Yeah.
history. And what I find upsetting, um, you can look back on my videos, guys. You can look back on Stu's videos on Telford Paranormal channel, and we done this one place, and it was, see, normally when we go to locations, it's trashed, windows smashed, or doors off, cupboards broken, sinks missing, you know, blah blah blah. And what I find quite heartening is the fact we found you found a location for the group for us to go and investigate.
Yeah.
And I did state on one of my videos, you know, it was immaculate, you
Mhm.
know, and this property, guys, um, not a thing had been touched. Everything was in place, everything was smart, everything was neat,
Yeah.
everything was tidy. And it was very strange because normally you get to somewhere and it's all trash, like I say. But on this occasion, it was immaculate,
Yeah.
down to knife and forks placed on the table, chairs upright in the right positions, you know. And Stu has done two more investigations at that location. We done one most recently, and when we got to that location, it wasn't immaculate no more. Right, there was like cupboard doors broken off. There was furniture moved, tipped upside down.
Yeah.
Um, you know, and I felt at that moment that some paranormal groups are very disrespectful.
Yeah.
There's no need when you go to do an investigation, guys. There's no need to touch or move anything that's in a property.
No.
Unless you're going to obviously hold a photo, you know, and take a photo of a photo, or,
I
you
did
know,
last
take a
night. I
photo
moved.
of an item, right? You're going to pick it up, photograph it, and place it back.
Yeah.
So why do these groups of paranormal people that are supposed to be specialists to investigate the paranormal happenings, right? Why
Mhm.
do they feel the need to destroy somebody's property and home? We're there to
It's like
investigate,
Steve
guys. We're
last
not there
night.
to destroy. We're not there to nick. We're not there to
Mhm.
steal.
Steve,
We're not there.
it's like last night. I showed people on live that picture of that lady. I
Mm,
moved it off the mantelpiece, showed the picture, and where did I put it back? Back on the mantelpiece where it was.
you know, and no wonder, you know, when we go to some locations, um, you know, we're not welcome because
Mm.
of. I mean, we even done one, didn't we, Stu? You took us to a location, and you
Was
know,
that
we
the
kind of
farm in
got.
Wales?
Yeah, we kind of got chased off,
Yeah.
and the farmer threatened. Well, the farmer asked me what I'd do if he shot me with his shotgun,
Mm.
right? And he told us that prior groups, this is prior paranormal groups, not hooligans, right? There
I've
was
been in.
supposed to have been a paranormal group, and about 7 or 8 people kicked the
Yeah.
living hell out of the farmer,
Mm.
right?
And
Now this is
stole
the effect.
items.
See, this is the effect it's having now because when teams do go around to investigate, the decent teams don't destroy property. They're there for one purpose and one purpose only. They record from start to finish, so anything can be proved. You know, and this is what's happening. You know, they've destroyed the scene simply by being mischievous, but mischievous in the wrong way. Being mischievous as into wanting to go through things and snap cupboard doors.
Mhm.
You know, that's
There's
not the
no need for it.
paranormal. That's the actions of a fucking hooligan. That's the
Yeah.
actions of thugs. That's the
Yeah.
actions
No
of
need for it.
disrespectful people. And I am not going to point the finger. Not just yet. I'm not going to point the finger at any one person or any group. I'm talking as a whole here, guys. You know, for the
Yeah.
UK, paranormal teams that do go there to investigate.
Yeah.
You know, that they do go there to find the findings, that do go there to record.
Mhm.
I
I
don't know what
shall
your
then.
thought. I don't know what your thoughts on that subject is, Stu, but it's something that I needed to bring out into the air.
No, I'm just going to go solo for a minute. But no, I totally agree with you there, Steve. I mean, it is totally disrespectful what these
No need for
other
it.
teams do. I mean, we go out for one reason only, and that is to bloody investigate what we want to. We don't go to locations, snap bloody cupboard doors off, draw graffiti on the walls, or whatever. We don't bloody nick anything. If we move stuff to take pictures, then we will place the stuff back where we found it. You know, we treat that home with the utmost respect we treat the spirits with.
And the problem is, I mean,
Because,
these idiots and fools that are doing this, they're signing their name on a blasted board to say they've been there.
yeah,
So it ain't going to take long, for other teams to cotton on to this. Because
no,
I'm sure that there's plenty of other teams out there, the
you
decent
see,
teams,
Steve, I'm
that
just
have
going to
the
stop you.
same feelings
Steve,
that I have.
Steve, let me just stop you there, mate. Because when we returned to this location last night, stuff had been moved.
Yeah.
So, guys, if you look through the video, you will probably see an armchair that's on its side in the kitchen. Now that weren't there before. The last time we were there, that armchair was in the dining room.
Yeah, it was.
And it can be
Oh,
proved, guys, because all you've got to go back on is Stu's previous videos of the location, my previous videos of the location, right? And you will see the difference between when we stepped in it and it was immaculate. Because I don't normally put highlighted words on my titles of my videos,
No,
but on this occasion, I even put the word immaculate
yeah,
yeah,
on
you
the
did.
yeah,
title, right? So, the proof's in the pudding, guys. It's happening out there. It's happening up and down. And the bad thing about this is the paranormal guys that want to try and make it up the ranks, make it up the steps, and have good
Mhm.
investigations at good locations, has been
Yeah.
destroyed by these ignorant people that want to
Yeah.
destroy a location or see what they can pinch for their own home out of these
Yeah.
locations.
Right, Steve. Just explain to our viewers what you do, because I've given these amazing viewers a brief description of what you do. So just explain to our viewers that are watching what your channel is about and what your role is in the paranormal.
Well, I'm just like everyone else. You know, I was an individual that, you know, hadn't investigated before and wanted an experience. Stu gave me the chance for an experience of a investigation. You know, and after the first investigation, I become 60%. You know, in the game, in the game for this to find locations or to go along to locations and then investigate.
Yeah.
You know, that's what brought me onto the scene. You know, Stu said, yeah, we've known each other for a heck of a long time. Had a couple of fallings out, but at the end of the day, you know, we're there for one thing, and that's to investigate locations.
Yeah.
You know, as an admin, I will be getting my neck back into it with the editing side. Stu's taking over now. Stu's a better editor than me now at the second. But he's getting a good gist, and he's producing some really good videos. Probably better than some of the videos that I'll sit down and edit. I don't find I've got the patience since I've been on my meds, you know, to get some editing done. But yeah, my role within the team is probably to keep everyone happy, and to investigate as much as I can with the team when I can. The more investigations you get, the more information you'll find. More stuff will come through that you at least expect.
Yeah.
Hi, Sharon. So yeah, um, I just think, like I say, you know, some more teams need to approach these occasions with a bit more respect. Just because
I
the
do.
place is trashed up, it don't mean to say you can trash it more.
No.
You know,
So,
and the living proof is in the videos, guys. You know, you've only got to look back on them and then look back on the recent ones that
yeah.
is on Telfer Paranormal channel. And this is
See,
something.
this
This
is
is
one of the
something
main
that
reasons.
creates this. See, this is something that starts all the dramas. Because when you pick somebody up on the truth and you shout them out for the truth, right? They start firing back with like loads of other groups there start joining, become drama queens, and then before you know it, you got drama within the paranormal world. Well, you know, I've stayed away from all of that. I nearly got dragged into that. Right, I stayed away from all of that. You know, but I just like I say, this is solely and utterly aimed at the offenders. The offenders are out there. They've been to the locations. They know who they are. All I'm
We know
asking
who
you
they are, but we're
guys,
not
right,
mentioning the name.
is to just respect locations. Do not steal anything. There's no need to. We're there to investigate. And don't trash these locations, because eventually what's going to happen is people are going to be getting together. And the problem we're going to have then is finding locations or getting permissions
Yeah.
because of the drama and the mess, the destruction that these other groups are doing while on their investigations, Drew. And I don't think it's right. I mean, I've had my say on
No,
it.
it's not right.
I think I'm within my rights with what I've said. I haven't been rude. I haven't pointed the finger. I haven't
Yep.
accused. You know, I'm just highlighting what is out there in the paranormal world that I find that isn't good.
But unfortunately, we'll always get this trouble with other teams. They go out. It's like there's a manor up in Cheshire. I've talked to you about this one, haven't I?
Mm.
The manor in Cheshire. There's it's a millionaire's manor, totally derelict. But there's gold watches, Rolexes in there, paintings worth thousands and thousands of pounds, and teams have been in there and nicked the lot.
Mm. I mean, when the farmer threatens to shoot me with his shotgun, right? That's when I stood back and thought, "Wow, is
Yeah.
this what the paranormal world has come to?"
So just explain to the viewers about that one again, Steve.
Yeah, that incident. Well, we were having a mooch around like farmland.
It's Wales, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was up in Wales. This, and you know, we were mooching around and trying to find somewhere where we can plant a few cat balls down. And anyway, as we were heading towards where we started from, as we circled around the whole place, two fucking farmers came from nowhere, and they were boisterous. I mean, they were very aggressive. And the story behind that, you'll understand why they were aggressive. So anyway, there was back and forth between me and the two farmers. Anyway, and it got to the point where one of them threatened and said to me, if I was shot in the arse, what would I do by his shotgun?" And this is the extent, because what's happened is previous teams have gone to this same farm, found it upon themselves, not only just to mooch around somebody else's property, because you've got to remember somebody owns that property.
Yeah.
Maybe somebody had died and it's still their property. So if you're mooching around, then mooch around with respect, people. Now, this farmer got jumped by an 8-strong gang of a paranormal team. Whether the farmer fires F's at you, whether the farmer waves his fist at you, you got to remember that's his land that you're walking around. Not just because he defends his lands with words. This paranormal team of 8 decided to jump him and beat him up to within a pulp of his life. Right? Remember, this is an innocent farmer and you're mooching around looking for locations, guys. Be respectful. Because when we then come back round, we get treated the same way as a criminal. Well, not a criminal, but I could have got shot that night. Any one of us could have got shot that night. And that was because of the actions of a previous team that decided to beat the landowner up.
Mm.
They're not actions of a paranormal team. They're actions of thugs. So when you're going out looking for good locations, guys, be respectful. Manners don't cost nothing. And remember, it's for your sake more than the farmer, because you want the content. That's why you teams are going out looking for locations, because you need the content. But be respectful in all what you do.
He come at me first, didn't he, Steve?
Yeah, he tried to start on sand, and that's when I jumped straight in. Woo.
That's when we said, right, well, like, back off.
Yeah, and he was very, very aggressive. Now, it's understandable why he was acting like that, because the previous paranormal team had beaten him up. And this is what's happening now. People and teams are going to locations, moving stuff, pinching stuff, breaking stuff. And eventually what's going to happen is the law's going to come down like a ton of bricks. As soon as they get made a phone call to, by a neighbour or someone like that, you can be done for trespassing people. Maybe more criminal damage, even maybe theft. You know, we're there to investigate. We're not there to destroy or pinch. Just have a thought in your minds for that, guys. Because the paranormal world is hard enough to get people into because it's a chosen subject. You know, don't make it even harder for people to turn against the paranormal world. I don't know what your thoughts are, Stu, but
Mate, do you know what? I could really shout some names out right now, but I'm not going to point the finger at any team.
no, we're not here to point the
They
fingers
are.
at anyone. We're not
We,
here
we,
to
we
destroy
know
any
who they
teams out
are,
there or
They
create
know who they are.
drama. You know, we're here
but
simply to highlight the facts of this
yeah,
is what's going on. You know,
yeah.
at locations, this is what's going on to make
But this
farmers
is
feel enough to have a shotgun to shoot the next one that comes on the land, for Christ's sake.
yeah. But this is the way I am. I'll expose people. I will. But when the time is right, then I will.
They
I
know
mean,
who
the
they
end of the
are.
day, I mean, it's all fair and square if you're going to do paranormal. Like I say, it's a
Yeah,
chosen subject, so it's hard enough to get viewers
it is.
involved.
It is really hard because
Don't make it even harder for people to get locations because the paranormal world might fade out.
yeah, I know what you're saying. It is really hard. I was talking to Simon earlier from Haunting Hunters Paranormal from Stoke, and he was on about it's so hard doing the YouTube, all the editing, the thumbnails, the writing you've got to do. You got to get it. You got to get it 100% spot on. There's
Yeah,
so much.
and that could take you
To do.
hours. That could
Mm,
take you hours. That's why
yeah, yeah.
I've gone back to basics.
Do you know what? We were filming last night, but I only filmed on one camera. Only that one camera alone took me 4.5 hours to go through and edit.
Yeah, I know it takes time. That's why now I've just gone to basics and gone I'll just slap a quick bloody photo on my
Yeah,
thumbnail. You know, because it takes up lots of time.
yeah,
I mean, to get the perfect video, you know, it's what I've
mm,
started doing now. When I've done my recordings, um, is take out as much as I can,
hmm
but leave most of it in, if you know what I
yeah,
mean.
yeah,
Because then that way it saves me hours and hours and hours on editing, and plus people can
yeah,
see
mate.
the full recording. Sometimes I don't like to edit my videos because I like
Yeah,
people to see the full start to end.
hmm
Especially when something does come through, something happens.
yeah,
You want to leave yourself clear for anybody to say, oh yeah, that's scripted, or you know, that's been edited to that effect.
yeah,
You know, but tonight I think some paranormal teams, you know, need to sit down and think. When you go on an investigation, don't damage the properties. Please don't steal from these places. You know, because it's having a major effect on the paranormal world in the way of finding locations and getting permissions.
yes, yeah. It's what was that? When we first started, you was only in the team a couple of weeks, wasn't you?
Mm,
We did the Yellow Tin House in Telford.
yeah, I mean, and
Uh,
an
we're
incident
not going to
occurred,
go too much into that one, but
and look where it happened. It caused us
yeah,
lots of drama.
yeah,
It caused the team lots of drama.
hmm
You know, and that's what not we're about.
no,
You know what I'm expressing tonight is maybe what other groups have come across, and they will have the same feeling as me as a
yeah,
paranormal hunter. that properties shouldn't be destroyed. Properties should be left how they are. Windows should never need be smashed. Cupboard doors never need pulling off.
Hmm.
You know, there must be
No,
teams out there that have, even if they disagree with me most of the time, they must agree with me at this time, because
yeah,
it's going to affect them at some point down the line in their paranormal investigating,
of course it
when they
will.
come across these sort of mad farmers that have had enough.
Yeah. Mm. I'm going to bring up another one as well. Tilstone House. Do you remember when we did there?
Oh, Tillstone.
Yeah, I love that place. Um, Sadly, we can't get back in there now because I think they're renovating it. So
Yeah,
I
they
do hope
sold
they
it.
renovate it. It's a
I
lovely
believe,
building.
I believe they sold that on.
Yeah, they did. Um, you're welcome, Sharon. Um, our first time go. I'm telling you guys that took me bloody ages to find, because some people called it the fairy tale mansion. Some called it the wedding mansion. Oh my god, it took me bloody ages to find. And all of a sudden, bang! I just found it. I don't know how, but I just found it.
We even had to use
And
PPE in
I
that
got
place.
the coordinates. I got and then one Easter weekend. It was Easter 2023. We went there. We went there on the Friday because you came with us, Steve, because we flew the drone over.
Yeah, and I got accused of saying something on a live video as well, if I remember.
We'll get to that in a sec.
But we ain't bringing up none of the past.
No, but Tilstone, it's seriously decayed now, because we went there Friday, had a look around. Another team turned up, so that team went upstairs, did their own thing. I mean, we were there a good couple of hours, so I think it was time that we left and let the team get on with their invest, because that's what we're about. We won't go into a building and another team turn up and interrupts their investigation. We'll let them get on with theirs.
Lessons learned in that area.
Yeah, yeah.
Lessons have been learned.
Hmm. So we returned home that Friday, but we found another couple of locations on the way home. We found a little cottage on the side of the road that had one of them old organ. No, it wasn't an organ. Sorry, it was an old record player, but it's like a really big built up one.
Mm.
But that little place ain't safe at all to go into. I wouldn't dream of taking San in there.
Bloody hell,
So
it must be
um,
decaying bad then.
it is, mate. Um, all the ceilings have come through, and there's a ladder just right by the front door that's leaning up against a floor beam where the upstairs was. There's no stairs there at all. The stairs had crumbled.
Floor's gone.
Bloody hell.
And then on the Easter Sunday, we decided to return to Tilstone House on the Easter Sunday, but this time we went at night.
Aye.
I think you came with us again that day, didn't you?
I don't know, is that the day I done the drone work?
Yeah.
No, that was the first time.
No, we did the drone work on the Friday.
Yeah, that was the first time that I ever went there with you guys on the Friday. Because I got
That's what
accused
we
of
were
saying
just
something.
having.
I got accused of saying something on that live. Sharon's got a point. Let's have a look. I always wondered with old properties, someone must own them. Why are they left? See, sometimes, Sharon, what we find, the owners might have just died, and they might not have any immediate family, for the houses to be passed on to.
Yeah.
So they just get left, obviously, abandoned. You would have thought somebody from the land registry would keep an eye on this. Obviously, that's not the case all the time.
No.
It might be a case that they've just up and left from a bad relationship, maybe.
Yeah.
And just wanted to get out. And then the house is obviously left abandoned from that.
Yeah.
Could be loads of reasons, to be fair, Sharon, why these houses are left abandoned. But most of the time, you'd probably find that the owners died and there ain't immediate family that can take that property on. I think that's what I've found anyway.
It's a bit like me and you, isn't it? If we didn't have any immediate family and we passed away, our properties would be left abandoned.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I think I'd find most of the time as these houses are being abandoned. Some little cases you might find that he's a gangster and he's just had to up and leave, because he owes the tax man so much money.
Yeah.
But I would imagine that most of the time it'll be because the people would have died and there wouldn't be immediate family to, take the property on.
It's a bit like hotels and pubs, isn't it? I mean, we've done a couple of pubs in the couple of years we've been doing it, and we've done the hotel up by Whitchurch. We've done the Red Lion pub, and you wonder why they're derelict, because you would have thought the brewery would have sold it on, not for it just to be sat there as it is.
See, sometimes it's done for other reasons. Sometimes it could be tax purposes. Sometimes it could be.
One pub we went to, literally all it'd take is a good clean and restocking of the bar, and they're good to go again.
That's the Red Lion pub.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It wouldn't take a great. I mean, the worst of it was actually the living quarters.
Yeah.
The living quarters would need a little bit more work, but the bar had needed just a good clean, restocking, and they're good to go again.
Exactly. Exploring Unseen. Hope it doesn't stop you guys from doing the paranormal stuff.
Oh no, it won't stop us.
It's not going to stop us, mate. No.
No, I'm just highlighting, guys, the findings that I've found.
Yeah.
Since the past 4 weeks. It's not going to stop us. It'll make us probably more.
It'll make us stronger.
Get out there and get more locations.
I mean, I'll refuse.
It'll push us to get. It'll push us now to get more locations.
I won't do farms again.
I mean, Steve's always said to me, "How do you find these locations?" Because we've done a few up in. I mean, we mainly do Chester way.
See, and it's because of this reason of locations getting trashed is why these bigger groups don't really want to release locations to smaller groups.
Exactly. Yeah. See, we spend most of our time in Cheshire and doing locations. So we very rarely do Staffordshire and Worcestershire. And we'll do the odd one in Wales.
You actually, which one of them would you say?
Thomas. But now Steve's always said to me, "How are you finding these locations?" And it's just basically Google Maps. It sounds hard, doesn't it?
Mm.
Just look on Google Maps, and you got to have a bloody good eye to look at these locations. And some of the locations, I won't lie, people have given me the pin for. There's one pin I need to go and check out, which is past Whitchurch way, but it's about
See, the thing is, that's why people are reluctant to help other teams.
Yeah.
And that's where you find the divide then, or
Mm-hmm.
people imagine the divide. Because you'd hope to think that you could pass locations on to other groups and whatnot, but this is a prime reason why they don't help people with locations, because places get trashed. Prime example of that one we done 4 weeks ago, and now it's trashed.
Sharon, Struensound, what's your most scary place you have been to?
Tilstone.
There you go, Tilstone House.
So I got attacked.
Yeah.
I did.
Feel free to go and have a look at the video, Sharon. Tilstone House.
What did you say, Steve?
And I did. I come
did,
back with
yeah?
scratches on my neck, if you remember.
No, that was the first one we did. That was Wheaton Aston, the pub. I'm sure that won't, because weren't it three scratches you had?
Wheaton Aston and at the Tilstone, because
Yeah,
I went down in the cellar.
Yeah, was it 3 scratches you got, Steve?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Steve, I'm just going to show you this, mate, because I don't think I sent it yet. I just want your opinion on this, and feel free to put it in chat, guys, what your thoughts are on this. It's a piece of editing that I do. You've probably already seen it, but here we go. There you go, Steve.
See, you can do some wicked creations when you got the time to sit there, and that's why I used to sit there for hours on end before when I was doing my editing, and that is fun to do at the time. You spooky music in it, and you can slow people down, slow motion, and I think it's great. I mean, that's what I used to do.
You see, I won't lie, guys. I'm going to tell you the truth now of how I did that video.
But since I lost my head, I haven't found them sort of patience back in me yet. I don't know why.
Lost his head.
Steve, you've always got our support, mate. I'll always help you, mate. I'll help anyone.
Yeah, we will. You do our editing, Steve, but we'll always help you. You know that.
I mean, I'll tell you how I did that, guys.
I'm thankful for that. I mean,
that little video, Steve.
Yeah.
See, that's the sort of thing my mind should be doing. I should be sat down doing what you're doing.
Yes, you should.
That's why I'm taking the stress off of you, because you've got enough shit going on.
Language.
But tell me, are you having fun while you're editing, Stu?
Mate, I love it.
I don't know how you've got the patience. I'd lose my temper with it. I would.
If you've got the mind to create, then that's what sort of artwork you can come up with.
Yeah. I mean, just seeing that little clip there, what's that tell you?
Stu.
You're taking time and effort onto your editing.
Go back to when my phone was playing me up.
Hang on a minute. Right. I'll tell you.
You're taking an extra interest and putting your creations into your own works. That's exactly what you're doing.
Yeah.
So you're creating for your group your own individual style.
Steve, give your voice a rest a minute.
Knickers.
Cobblers.
Steve. Knickers, you.
Cobblers! Who are you saying knickers to?
Steve.
Oh.
This is what we're like, guys.
He
We
said
have
it to you,
banter.
really, Sam, and he's just used
What?
me as an excuse. He said it to you, really, but he's used me as an excuse.
Yeah, I bet he did, yeah.
So, guys, I'm gonna talk to you very quickly of that little piece of that clip I showed you. I'm going to talk you through very quickly of how I've done it. So basically, last night I was walking around with the camcorder. I had it on night vision, so because it was dark, couldn't see an awful lot. So wrapped on night vision, going around with a camera. About between 10 and 15 seconds on San, stop. 10, 15 seconds on Steve, stop. And then I passed Steve the video recorder as I was doing the EVP recording. So Steve was recording me. So because that was a bit of a too long a video, I had to cut that down a little bit, which takes a matter of seconds just to cut it down. Anyway, so took the SD card out of the camera, transferred it, and went over to Canva first of all, created the thumbnail, the intro thumbnail, and then sent that over to Steve. And then I created the outro. Both of them in turn took between 10 and 15 minutes to do. So then I went over to InShot. First one I did was the intro. That was okay, I think. And yeah, it was a bit of a disco-y type thing.
Yeah.
And then I did the outro, which you've just seen. It's just putting all them three videos together, three little videos together, and then typing in what you want, add it into the video, add an audio if you want to, add lightning, rain, whatever you want, and then save that to put it into a different file, then go back later on into InShot and do your proper video.
Sharon's put Stuart and San, it's amazing.
Thank you, Sharon.
Thank
It is.
you.
It's amazing what artwork you can actually come out with when you put your mind to it.
Yeah.
Right. Let me just say, Stu, right? Remember a couple of months ago you was going to show me how to do editing?
Yeah.
Remember a couple of weeks after that, I ended up losing my temper with my phone. What did I do with it?
You threw it.
Never
Yeah.
threw it against. You never
really
threw it
think I would
against
have
the wall.
patience to do any editing?
You threw it against the wall.
I threw it at the radiator because it was annoying me. It didn't do what I wanted it to do.
Yes, I have seen that Reverend Wild Bill. I will get back to you at some point, mate. I just had to come back on and do this live because there was a few things we needed to talk about. But I will get back to you, I promise, and we can definitely sort something out.
Yeah, I
Stu,
threw it against the radiator, Steve.
Stu, I'm going to ask your
What?
permission. I'm going to ask your permission now.
Oh God!
Can I use part of this video on my channel?
No. No, you cannot.
Yeah, of course you can.
I don't
Stu!
want Sand copyright striking me.
No, you cannot. No, you cannot, Steve.
No,
My
mate.
channel don't deserve a copyright strike.
I'm joking. You can.
Steve, if you want to use the intro and outro, you're more than welcome
Yeah,
to, mate.
go ahead.
No, not the intro, outro. I want to put some of the video that we spoke about tonight. Edit it,
Sharon
put it on my channel.
Did you for it because it made you mad?
Oh yeah. It was doing things that I didn't want it to do. It wouldn't. I asked it to do one thing and it did something completely different. So I lost my temper with it and threw it against the radiator.
See, when that happens to me, I'm there away editing on the iPad and all that. Got the camera plugged in or remove the SD card, and if I find myself getting frustrated and mad, I'll just give it a break for 5 minutes.
What do you prefer doing, Stu? Do you prefer doing your editing on the phone or do you prefer doing your editing on a PC or laptop or tablet?
Yes, it did have a mind of its own, Sharon. Yeah.
To be honest with you, Steve, it doesn't make any difference between it, whether it's on a phone or it's on a laptop or iPad. You see, I can put together an amazing video in a matter of
Half hour, 45
no
minutes.
longer than that because you've got all the editing.
Yeah, true.
I can put together an amazing video in a matter of probably 5 hours.
I mean, that's pretty good going.
I know, Sharon. Yeah. I mean, Stu said to me a couple of weeks after that happened, "Do you want me to teach you how to edit?" I said, "Do you value your phone?" He went, "Yeah." I went, "Well, don't yet. Let me edit then." I wouldn't have the patience to do it. I'd lose my temper.
It's like this one. This is going to be about 5 minutes long, but I won't leave it on for that long. This is one I did earlier on, Steve.
All right.
There you go, Steve. What do you think to that one, mate?
That's great. It just
You
shows
dying
you
there,
where
Steve?
it just shows you where you came from at the start and
Yeah.
Yeah.
how you've progressed across with the
Mhm.
editing
Are you
skills.
dying there, Steve?
Huh?
Are you dying there?
The only thing is you might get a copyright on that song.
Yeah.
Right? Well, it won't be a copyright because it'll let you use the music on it, but it'll
Yeah.
give you a chance. You can like edit it out through Facebook. It will come up and show you.
Oh yeah. I will get notified, and
So you
I'll go
won't get a
to.
strike. You won't get a
Oh
strike
no,
if
no,
you
no, no,
use
no. I know
something.
that. I mean, I've done so many, but I'll just go to YouTube Studio and I can just edit it,
If you
Yeah.
and that
need
means
to,
more bloody,
if you need
means
to,
more
but
bloody editing
me,
to do.
me usually sometimes I'll just leave it in.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just shows the the creation that you've got.
That was awesome. Love every
You know,
minute.
that goes into it. See, the other thing
Yeah.
that you need to take into consideration, when you're doing your editing and your videos and whatnot, is titles.
I know that.
The more exciting you can make the title sound,
Mm.
I think for the algorithm, that
Yeah.
that will draw you in more people. Sometimes
I
put
know.
a hashtag in the title,
Yeah.
like paranormal.
If you notice, people, that in most of the videos, I wouldn't say shorts, but videos, you'll see hashtags like hashtag paranormal activity, hashtag shorts, and
Hashtag funny video.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
And that actually helps for the video go viral throughout the world.
It pulls in the algorithm when you use a hashtag. Because
Yeah.
when
Yeah.
somebody's on YouTube, right, if I put in the search bar on YouTube,
Hmm.
paranormal world,
Yeah.
then any videos, there'd be thousands,
Yeah.
tens of thousands of videos on YouTube about the paranormal world. And when you put the hashtag in, it jumps onto the algorithm,
Hmm.
and everyone that's put a searching for the word paranormal,
Yeah.
somewhere in that list, your video's going to appear. So
Mm.
You
there's
know
more
that video
chance with
you
a
put on
hashtag
about
that
5
someone's going
hours
to
ago?
actually be drawn into it.
It's had 37 views in 5 hours.
Wow. Yeah, I'll just show the people on here.
Hang on. That guys, 37 views in 5 hours.
And that's
See,
all down
it
to you
works.
guys.
It works along without. There's a lot of things that goes with the algorithm on
Hmm.
YouTube and videos and lives,
Yeah.
and I've found the more interesting you make the thumbnail, the
Yeah.
more exciting the title sounds,
Yeah.
and the hashtags. That will
Hmm.
draw people in then that have done search for paranormal because it'll flash up your live or your video at some
Yeah.
point, and that's how
See,
the algorithm works for you.
yeah. I mean, don't take this the wrong way, Steve, but your editing was good.
It was okay.
It was good for when we first started, and
Yeah, it
then
was.
when you left the group.
My editing skills was not the best. I honestly said
No,
that,
no.
but
So this is what I'm
now
getting
you
to
see,
because
the tables turn, right? That my editing skills now are like 2 levels below yours, and you've gone
mm,
climbing up that ladder, and you've gone
yeah,
above me. So I've just shown you the basics. You've just taken it and run with it.
exactly. This is where I'm getting at.
Stu, let me ask you a question. Does he ever give his tongue a rest?
No. Sharon, I love it so much. You can see how much work has gone into it. Thank
I
you,
read you
Sharon.
that one. I read you that one.
Thank you, Sharon. I much appreciate that, sweetheart. Exploring Unseen. That was awesome. Love every minute of it, like the photo. See, that video, guys, I had to be careful with that one because I tried to put in photos first of when we first started of what
The group was like.
the group was like at the beginning, what the logo was, what the name was at first, and then how we progressed throughout the time we've done already.
But as you can see, guys, the members have come and they've gone. With who that's in the team now, I think for the moment, we're fine. Just the three of us.
See, I'll be very honest now, people, because just a couple of weeks ago, I mean, I've kept my tongue quiet about this, but I couldn't hold my tongue with the one individual. We're due to go out to an investigation up in Knutsford, Cheshire, I think.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, Knutsford, Cheshire. As you can see, guys, we spend most of our time in Cheshire.
Yeah, we're a bit up there.
So we was all ready to go on our investigation, and it was at the UK's version of the Amateurville.
Which we now have found out is not worth doing.
And right at the last minute, we phoned the other members, and they said, "Oh, we can't come because I'm having my hair done." You can probably believe how peed off I was.
Yeah, just a bit.
And the day after, I sent her a message and said, "Look, this is the situation. I know you're going through a lot of stress at home, and I don't think you're right for the group anymore. So you're not in the group from now. Wish you all the best. Blah blah blah."
Not tonight, Josephine. I'm washing my hair. You know.
And ever since then, guys, I've been called a prick. I've been called a bastard because I kicked them from the group. See, I'm not having that in my group. I'm not having people coming into the group thinking that they can run it, and then right at the last minute they say, "Oh, we can't come because I'm having my hair done."
How many times have you kicked me?
I'm washing my hair.
How many times have you kicked me out the group for insubordination?
Probably
a few times now. I've been kicked out the group for insubordination.
Yeah, probably quite a few.
You didn't see me run. You didn't see me running round, fucking firing all F's and P's and fucking C's and K's at fucking Stu for doing that.
Mm.
You know, so
Steve,
why take it so
I can't come on the
personal?
investigation next. Steve,
So why
I
take
can't
it
come
so
on an
personal?
investigation next week because I'm washing my hair.
Well, why? Oh, I don't know.
Because it needs washing.
Well, please give me at least 5 minutes notice if you're washing your hair that you can't come. So please give the
I'm
group.
giving you
Please
a
give the
week's
group
notice, so there
5
you go.
minutes. All we're asking is for 5 minutes notice at the last minute that you're washing your hair, and everything will be fine.
So,
Right.
so guys, put it in the chat. What do you think to that? Do you think that's out of order? Do you think it was wrong of me to do that? What? Because at the end of the day, I'm trying to grow a channel here.
See, this is the sort of bickering that destroys the paranormal fucking world. Right,
Steve, I'm giving you 7 days notice.
This is how hard it is to get people interested in the paranormal world now. Yeah. I could put on my channel everybody knows, you know, it's controversial, my channel. Official Topic Talk. It's controversial talk, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now I could put a video up of my personal dramas, and I'll get thousands of views because people like drama. Yet I could do a live, or I could put a video up as regards to a paranormal investigation that I've been on with the group, and it will only get 100 views.
Yeah,
that's how hard it is to get the views on paranormal stuff at the moment, and I'm fighting getting to the algorithm. But to come and destroy locations,
it takes no time to jump in the shower and wash your hair. Stuart, you're right. Exploring unseen is you have the right to kick someone out of your group.
Yeah. You see, guys, one thing that you don't know, Steve and Sam know this, but I suffer from anxiety and depression. and learning difficulties. You wouldn't have thought so. Learning difficulties. You wouldn't have thought so, would you, with me?
To know
You
your
would with Steve
patience.
because he's a bit of a drip.
Your
No.
patience can be tested at times.
Yeah, my patience can be tested at times, and it does take a lot for me to blow. But when I do go, I will go.
Oh yeah, I know that.
But anxiety.
See, sometimes I feel like everyone else. You know, sometimes in our lives we make rational decisions.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes it'll turn out for the better, and sometimes it will turn out for the worse. But
Yeah.
you know, we're all different. We all see
Yeah.
the way I would. If I had a paranormal group or any group, come to think about that one, I wouldn't specifically hold the one power. Is the way I would feel. I'd spread
Yeah.
the power amongst the group because that's what team's about.
That's it, mate. Yeah. So we're going to talk about something fun now, Steve, because it's just
Yeah,
come to
because
me.
it's all fucking miserable talk. This starting off, which
No.
destroying
Steve,
property is bad.
Guys, put your hands up in chat if you want to come to the seaside with us, and we'll
No,
get Steve on the log
no,
stream.
no. We're dropping that one for now, guys.
No, what we'll do.
important. We've got a more important subject that's just hit the news.
Steve, shut up a minute.
Express
What
News,
we'll do, we'll
guys.
chuck Steve in the sea.
If any of you guys want me and Stu to do a 24-hour investigation, Stu's put a couple of locations down there. If you can think of any other location, or if you want to see me and Stu do a 24-hour investigation at a location, hit the likes on this live.
Or
Maybe put a comment with what you feel.
Put a comment in the chat now, guys, if you think that me and Steve should do an all-nighter at a top haunted location, and we will do one.
Sharon, but Stuart, it takes a lot to get you to that point. You deserve respect.
Thank you, Sharon.
And Sharon's put yes.
24-hour live paranormal investigation, guys. What's your thoughts and ideas?
Sounds like a good idea, exploring unseen spot.
You know, could even possibly do 2 locations within that time.
I mean, we've done 2 locations in one night before now. Well, we've done it more than once, haven't we?
Yeah,
Can do 12 hours at one and 12 hours at a second. I mean, it's up to you guys. Let's put the decision in you guys' hands. Maybe that's something good. I don't know. What do you reckon, Stu? We definitely got to do a 24-hour one somewhere.
We definitely love that, Sharon's put.
Yeah. Right, guys, I'm going to leave it down to you now, because right now, after this little conversation, we're going to make the decision. So I'm going to name 2 locations now, and I want.
Have you done a poll, have you, Stu?
I've set a poll, but I'm gonna end it now. So Dow's Graveyard is number 1. Cannock Chase is number 2. So put it in the comments now. 1 for Dow's or 2 for Cannock. And we will do that before Halloween. Right. Dow's is in the lead.
Hey, what about doing it Halloween night?
I'm working.
Yeah. Oh, plus we're not going to advertise when we're doing it. It won't be.
Dow's.
Sharon and Exploring Unseen have put 1.
So Dow's is 2-0 against Cannock. Any more?
I won't be doing it. Some of my meds and stuff, so. Which means I get the bed to myself.
So, guys, we're ending this poll.
In 5.
No, hang on. We're ending this poll in 30 seconds from now. Right, Steve,
Yeah.
Dowell's Graveyard.
See you
Right,
soon,
guys.
thing has said.
What we'll be doing, we'll be recording the full 24 hours, but we will not go live for numerous reasons, I feel. What do you reckon, Stu? We just record it over
No,
the 24 hours.
I'm gonna do a live before we set out, and pre-record throughout the night, and then when we get back in the car the next morning, I will go back on live, let viewers know that we're on our way home, go and have a well-deserved lie down.
More like a well-deserved
You need to
pint.
get yourself a tent.
I don't need a tent. We'll just
In this weather, you do.
we'll just go back to back, and I'll rest my head on Steve's shoulder.
You get
You
it.
do need a tent in this weather. Are you mad?
We'll be like Forrest Gump and what's that other guy's name?
We'll stick 2 tents up.
Steve looks like a bit of Forrest Gump. Don't you, Steve? You look like Forrest Gump.
We'll stick 2 tents up. One for the guard dog.
Is that you?
Eh?
Is that you?
No, that's not me.
So, Steve, I will be in contact with you most of this week, and we will arrange a night to go.
Yeah, we'll arrange that, but we ain't gonna.
So
we're not gonna be giving out when we're gonna go.
No.
It
So,
will
guys,
be
thank you,
recorded.
Sharon. Thank you, Exploring Unseen. Dowell's Graveyard has won.
Good luck with that one.
I was hoping to do Can It Chase because that's more or less creepy. But thank you,
Yeah.
guys.
I was
again.
hoping. I had my fingers crossed for Can It Chase.
And me.
Because that's creepy.
Maybe if this one goes well, you can do Can It Chase next time.
You can go Can It Chase, you can have a drink, a punch up, and then Paranormal Investigations.
Oh, God.
That's what
See
I
what
heard
we have
it's
to
like
put up
up
with,
there.
guys.
People get chased
Seriously,
off there
see
and
what me
everything.
and Stu have to put up with. Steve's a bit of a pain in the neck at times, but there you go.
But no, we do have a good time when we're not working, because we do go and have a meal out, don't we?
We do, yeah.
On a nice day, we'll go to the seaside. We'll get Steve on the dodgems.
Word of warning, guys. Never, ever, ever trust you in a fucking fairground environment. Especially breaking news, especially dodgem cars. Do not get on dodgem cars when Stu's about.
Steve, the dodgems, it was me that nearly knocked you out of it.
It was Stu that bloody lifted my car off the floor. No,
Stu was on the log flumes and he hid behind you, so you got drenched.
My dodgem car lifted off the floor, guys.
Yeah, because I rammed you that hard. So it wasn't Stu, that one was me.
Ever, guys, never, ever trust you in a fairground environment. That's all I'm going to give you a warning for, guys. He will prank you worse than fucking Jeremy Beadle.
Yeah. Stu didn't get you on the dodgems, you wally.
He did. He got me on the dodgems, and then he got me on that.
No, that was me. I was on the dodgems.
Hiding behind me on this fucking thing, and then I realised that at the bottom it's fucking water. I'm in the front. I got soaked from head to toe. Stu's hiding behind me like a.
What was it I said to you, Steve, when you come
And
off it?
actually, that was totally unfair because if you remember, I had to fucking ride back home.
I said to you as you come
And then
off
it
that
pissed
log
down.
flume.
And then it pissed down with rain, so I was wet anyway.
I said to you when you come off the log flumes with Stu, oh well, Steve, don't worry. Drips don't get wet, they just get bigger.
Didn't think about me
Remember
having to
that?
fucking jump on me motorbike and ride home, did you? And
Yeah.
then as we left, what happened? The fucking heavens opened up. Oh, in fact, guys, I remember that car that Stu had that day. Fucking hell. My 125 went around him going uphill at 45 miles an hour. So his Astra back then was like struggling on the hill at 30 miles an hour, guys. And I
It's going
went
to
mad.
Barmouth.
That was Barmouth, that was.
That was going to Barmouth. That was.
Yeah, that was Barmouth.
But if we were in the
I thought
Focus,
your
I'd
Astra was going to roll down the bloody hill. I didn't think it would ever make it up. That's why I had to go round you on the hill.
Steve, if we went to Barmouth again and
Was
we
that
went in the Focus,
embarrassing, Stu?
hey, no.
Was that
If we went in the
embarrassing?
Focus, Steve, if we went in the Focus now, um, the one we've got now, the 1.6 diesel, that'll get up that hill, no problem.
Yeah, it will.
Oh, that should get up there in moments.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But
You know
that
what we ought
Astra
to
you had,
do?
I was scared being behind
You know what we
you.
need to do,
That you was
Stu?
gonna.
If we do
I,
go, tie Steve's ankles to the back of the car and drag him up the hill.
I need to give the car a good run, guys. So where do you think we should go?
Timbuktu.
Renowing.
I
We're
think
now
one day we should go to Land's End or John O'Groats and do an
Where's that?
investigation.
Right
Go
in the
to
tip top
Land's End.
corner of Scotland.
No.
Land's End.
John O'Groats is in the tip top corner of Scotland, and Land's End is at the bottom end of Cornwall.
Yep, that's where we need to go. Investigate at Land's End. Imagine
Steve, about the question you put on earlier on. Why are you asking paranormal investigators if they believe in the paranormal?
I haven't. I've just put that as a title to try and get a lot more attention to
Yeah.
watch the
Well, I
video.
put on the bottom of it. Well, me, you, and Stu are paranormal investigators, so if we don't believe in the paranormal, we're buggered.
Well, yeah, obviously. Otherwise, what's the point of doing it?
Exactly.
Yeah, with me and Sam have always had a passion for paranormal people.
Yeah.
Steve wasn't a believer at first, so I'm going to let Steve explain to you from when he first started and his first time investigating with us. So I'm going to hand you over to Steve.
Little Wayne.
I didn't believe in stuff like the paranormal. You know, I was a typical unbeliever, but I'd always wanted to go to an investigation to see it with my own eyes. You know, to get the feel for it, and you know. So anyway, I approached one group, and they were reluctant. And then round about Christmas time, Stu and Sam were going to an investigation at Wheaton Aston, and that's when I got an opportunity. Bearing in mind, I didn't really believe in it. I was a skeptic. I was like one of them. I'll believe it when I see it. So anyway,
Yeah.
I had the opportunity to go to Wheaton Aston, and I did. I decided, yeah, I will. Cut a long story short, I came out of Wheaton Aston investigation from believing in it 0% to believing in it 60%.
And what made you believe, Steve?
Well, it's what happened during the investigation, which you've got the video, I've got the video.
Yeah.
And you know, there was a lot of things that was coming through from upstairs, which would have been just outside like the bathroom area. There was like names, ages. So when we had finished, we went downstairs in the bar area, and then that's when questions were asked to the landlady, and the names come right, the age come right, and the child was dead in the bath, which is
Can you
understandable
remember
why.
the child's name?
Hey, Charlotte. Hey,
Look,
Are you
I'll have to
new
look.
here, Charlotte?
I'll have to look back on the video, but I know there was another one.
There's a little girl
Specific
that was
reason that the landlady
yeah,
asked you guys to go there was because of Wayne.
Steve, the little girl was called Emma. The one that died in the bath.
But the real
And then the
reason
little boy was called Wayne.
But the real reasons like you guys were asked to go there to investigate was because of this Wayne kept pinching the keys stuff off the landlady and stuff. So that was the landlady asking the group to investigate. So anyway, we came back downstairs and questions were asked, and it's all on the video, guys. You'll see it for yourself. That the names and age and what happened all came right. But that wasn't only it for me. That probably got me to 30%. But when we went downstairs and we done a personal invest for the landlady, didn't we?
Yeah. That's on the channel as well.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, that's also recorded, guys. Fact. So the things that was coming through between the landlady and her father, I mean, down to the point that the father only ever wore one type of jewellery. And that specific question was asked, as you're quite clearly seeing in the video, and that came right. Now, you could have picked any one metal in the world. Nothing was edited, nothing scripted. The landlady was basically holding her own investigation, if we say that.
Yeah.
Sure.
With her father. Right, it's all on video. If you think I'm lying, it's all on video. So, we got no need to tell tales and stuff. So on that one factor about what jewellery the father wore, and it came back exactly right, that was the other 30%, which made me to 60% on the first investigation. So that took me then from a non-believer to somebody who's open, I'll believe it when I see it. And when you see it, well, you have to believe it. So that took me to 60%. And then the rest of it just came with the more investigations that I went along to.
Yeah.
You wanted to come out and do more, didn't you?
Well, yeah, because you can't just base upon one, investigation. You'd have to do numerous investigations because never two are the same.
Yeah, it's like that one we did at the Screaming House in Cheshire where the door closed on command.
Yep, and I mean we've never portrayed that it's going to happen all the time. No one in the world can predict that one.
Yeah.
So we have been on investigations, guys, where nothing's come through whatsoever.
Yeah, we have.
And
it is a boring night.
You go back then to that same location another time, and there will be activity. That's the luck of the draw, to be honest.
Yeah.
That's what makes it so intriguing in the paranormal world, because it ain't going to be the same.
No, it's not.
See, the thing with the paranormal, no two investigations are the same. And basically, you can go to one location and have absolutely nothing.
Yep.
If a location is haunted, it doesn't matter whether it's day or night, If it's haunted enough, you will get some sort of activity.
But don't
Even
ever
if
get
it's
downhearted. Don't get downhearted though if nothing
no,
comes through.
No.
never get downhearted. It doesn't. We go to investigations, and there's some weeks we don't get anything at all. We don't get disheartened about it because what we do, we always do the same location a couple of times. See, the time after that, we could go back and get absolutely loads. It's
Yep.
like the investigation we've done recently. The first time we got a bit of activity, didn't we?
Yeah.
But we literally, this time we went back, Stu literally put the REM pod into the hallway. As soon as he walked away from that REM pod, it started going off. And it was going berserk majority of the night, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It went berserk. And as you could see on the video, guys, none of us was near that.
You know, that just proves how genuine the group is, because sometimes you'll get a group that might go out and record for 2 hours and nothing's happened.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
they decide then that they want to add stuff in and, you know, to make it exciting now. They're the ones also that give the paranormal world a bad name, because
Yeah, they are.
if you guys are going to watch a 2-hour video that Stu puts up and nothing happens, don't ever think that's boring, because it's not. It just means on that occasion, you know, there's no spirits around to, you know,
Yeah.
communicate with.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
I mean,
sometimes you will be watching videos on the channel and, you know, not much might happen, but on the occasion you might get the amazing fucking stuff like which Stuart's group's got, which is a door closing on command.
Yeah.
That's the best bit of evidence we've ever caught, wasn't it, Steve?
Best. I mean, that's just like the first step, I think, in the paranormal, because the next one I want to see is where I want to come across a poltergeist.
See, that's why, guys, we put the video, when we put the video up, we put the footage from when there was myself, Steve and Jackie. We were all in the room, weren't we? And
Yep.
Stu was setting up cameras in the living room. That's why we put up footage from inside the room to prove no one was near that door.
But it was
And from
quite
outside
weird.
the door
Now,
to prove no
now
one was
imagine if I hadn't set that camera up outside the door, Sam.
Exactly.
Imagine how many people will be saying, "Oh yeah, Stu was outside the door, fucking closing it." That's what will be said, because people would see it from inside the bedroom.
Yeah.
Only.
That's why we put it up, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, don't ask me why I put it outside, but I'm glad.
And then I'll show the viewers.
I'm glad that
Steve,
one occasion.
Steve, I'm just going to put it on here.
Hang on a minute, Steve.
I'm glad on that one occasion, right, that
YouTube.
it was recorded from both ways, because people would be
Yeah.
saying that's the setup.
Yeah.
You know, and these are amazing days that you can get on the paranormal investigating.
Yeah.
But like I say, you take the rough with the smooth. On other occasions, you know, there might not be so much activity.
Yeah.
Stu's just one of the lucky ones that he's actually got this on video. You know, to prove not only it was on command, but it ain't been scripted, edited, or anything.
No. I mean, it did it on when me asking, wasn't it, Steve? Was it me asking or Jack?
No, you. I think you asked on the commands.
Yeah. I can't remember.
Here it is. Right. I'm going to swing the camera around now, guys. You do need to look close. So
just watch very closely.
I'm going to put myself on solo. And I'm going to swing the camera around. So give me a second.
Tell me when.
Okay.
Or if not, I'll get Stu to put a link in the description for that video under this.
Yeah, put a link up as well. Just hang on a minute, Steve. Is that a guy here? Mm-hmm. I don't know what's that ring. Look. Yeah, it is moving. It does move it. Can you shut that door for us, Spirit?
Okay, I've got that on video.
Spirit? Are you closing the door, Spirit? Spirit, can you close that door fully for me, please? All the way if you can. Thank you. Oh, wow. Wow.
Well, fucking hell. See that, you see that, guys?
Wow.
The door was asked to be closed, and the door has closed, people.
Joe, come here a minute. Bearing in mind, guys, the weather that day was 27 degrees, so there was no wind at all. Steve, can you put the link up in the chat, please? This is from outside the door, guys.
Steve. Steve.
Can you shut that door for us, Spirit? Are you closing the door, Spirit? Spirit, can you close that door fully for me, please? All the way if you can. Thank you.
There you go, guys.
There you go. I've got itchy leg now.
That was the
There you
best.
go, people.
That's the best bit of evidence that you'd ever find, guys, and nothing was edited other than
No, it wasn't.
put the two together. The original video's up on my channel also. You know, so sometimes, you know, you are going to get stuff like that, but hopefully I want to experience something where, like a poltergeisty sort of thing, where items get moved and stuff, you know, that's going to be the icing on the cake. But like I say, guys, the door closed upon command and it stopped halfway. And then
But
Sam,
as you can see, no one was near that door.
nobody was near it, even though Stu was shouting for me to go to where he was, further down the hallway. See, now you can easily see from that, guys, if you hadn't seen it from outside, quite easily how people could have assumed, because Stu was out down the hallway, that he could have closed that door. And that's what people would have been saying. So I'm glad on that occasion that you've seen it from both angles, guys, because it happens. And these are the exciting times for the paranormal world. So we've caught evidence. Some other teams, I mean, I haven't seen many teams out there that have created or caught stuff like that. You know, but when you catch it, it's amazing.
You've got to be very lucky to catch it.
Yeah, you have.
You have got to be very lucky. I mean, you won't catch it every single time, but when you do catch it, it's amazing.
It gives you something to think about, something to push you forward on your new ideas for your paranormal
it's a
team.
wonderful feeling. I mean, when you're going out investigating and you're probably doing you're probably on your second one, and you're getting absolutely nothing, and you're getting bored of it. You go to your third one, and then you get something incredible, and that's what pushes you further to do more. That's exactly the same with us.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like I say, you know, us guys were lucky to catch that on camera and provide it to you guys, you know, as solid evidence.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And
also,
that's what paranormal's about.
Yeah.
So anybody out there that's naysay, you know, I say to them, Believe it when you see it. So push yourself to go out there, do your first ever investigation with a team, and see how you feel at the end.
I mean, we'll urge anyone to go out and enjoy what they do.
I'm sure Stu from time to time would give an opportunity through his group, to, maybe come along to an investigation.
See, this is one thing that I'm asking people. If any of you would like to come on a investigation for one night to experience being a paranormal investigator for one night, please put it in the comments.
There's not other teams that offer this. They're quite reluctant to let
If you
new members
would
join
like
their
to come
group.
out with us, if any of you would like to come out with us, put it in the comments. No, that's fine, Mike.
And Stu would get back to you at some point. Who's put that, Stu? Put that comment back up. Mike the youngster dash. I will believe when I see it with my own eyes. Sorry, my personal opinion. Mike, I tell you what, that is exactly my words. That is exactly you echoing my words to Sam and Stu.
Yeah.
Right? Now, I then was lucky enough to have an opportunity to go on an investigation so it can be proved with my own eyes. That was my words.
Yeah.
And it was lucky for me that there was ×2 on that one investigation.
Where are you from? Exploring Unseen? Yeah, Cumbria is a bit too far for us, Mike. It's like a 5-hour trip and 5-hour back.
See, Mike, with your opinion, I respect that because that's my word.
I respect that too.
Right, that's my words, right, that I said, and all I'd ever say, Mike, right, if you ever get the opportunity, to tag along with a paranormal team, go please with an open mind. Don't go as a disbeliever, right? When you're on the investigation, keep your mind open. And whatever happens on the investigation that you go to will happen. Whatever won't happen, won't happen. But try it at least 3 times if you ever get that opportunity to. Like I say, my words is echoing through you. I turned around and said, I'll believe it when I see it. And I was lucky enough to go to an investigation. And on that night, I was lucky enough to walk away from that investigation 60% believing. I still weren't 100% believing. Stu and Sam would tell you that because that's what I said. The other 40% came with other investigations that I went along to. So I didn't just go along to one and then make up my mind. That intrigued me when I got my mind to 60%. So then, the other investigations, what's happened, and I'm sat there 100% believer. No point me going along if I don't believe, or I'm only partially believed unless I'm, learning myself to that 100%.
Yeah.
But yeah, Mike, just go with an open mind. That's all I'd ask you. Right, with a reputable team, and you'll have a good evening, and see what your mind says after you've been on your first ever investigation. But also make sure it's a team that will let you take part. you know, that will let you like stand in the front and ask the questions, you know, and be part of the team on that investigation, as opposed to just standing back and like watching.
Yes, Mike, you did. I haven't Googled that yet, mate, but I will. Let me just screenshot this and then I can have a look at it. There we go. I've screenshotted that, Mike, so I'll have a look at Moot Hall.
Sometimes it's not all about like hearing things. I mean,
No.
me and Stu will tell you. Stu will back me on this one, right? Me and Stu went and done somewhere, and we actually heard a brick being thrown down the corridor.
Yes, that was at the Madeley.
That was a bit jumpy. That got me a bit on edge.
That was Madeley Asylum.
Yeah, that put me in defense mode. That did. For who's lobbing fucking bricks down the corridor? Do you remember that one?
Yeah. Oh my god. It was a bit tight to get in. That wasn't it? Because the windows.
I was fat back then.
You still are?
It was a bit tight to get in, wasn't it?
I mean, but yeah, there you go, guys. You know, and it can be heard on the video.
Yeah.
You can clearly hear the brick being thrown down the corridor.
Hello, Michael. How you doing? I won't be bringing anyone on now. I'm sorry, Mike, because we're gonna get going in a minute because I've got to be up early for work. So, is there anything else you'd like to cover, Steve, before we go?
I'd just like to ask the teams watching this, you know, please respect locations. I know that you already do, but there have been teams out there that have been destroying properties while doing paranormal investigations. Please stop that. It's hard enough, like I say, for the paranormal world to break through the algorithms, right? So don't make it even harder. You know, respect every location you go to. Don't paint stuff. Don't destroy property. You're there to investigate, not demonstrate how childish you can be by breaking and damaging properties. It's not fair on other teams because they're going to get the backlash eventually. So, I mean, I think it's just about covered everything, I think.
Yeah. So that was the main reason for our live, guys, was just to talk about paranormal and people damaging properties and just other stuff like that. I mean, there's absolutely no need for it. Just go there with respect. Do your investigation. No need to pinch stuff, damage stuff, or anything else like that. No breaking windows. Just go there, enjoy yourself, do the paranormal, what you do, and then leave. There's no need to cause any damage or graffiti. And I say that with a lot of respect for you all.
You're killing the paranormal world for locations and permissions. Don't make it any harder for the genuine teams.
Yeah.